What's up, ladies and gents, Ghost here, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Shadowplay. So a new update has just come out for this, and if you guys aren't aware what it is some new recording software from Nvidia. It's built into the GeForce Experience platform. It takes advantage of the H.264 encoder that is on any GeForce 600 card or higher. Now this program essentially lets you record footage to your hard drive at no resource cost, so you won't really see a noticeable drop in frame rate like you do with other programs like DxTory or Fraps, for example. And what I wanted to talk about today is the newest update. So they've now actually enabled Twitch functionality. They've enabled the functionality to be able to record your microphone input as well. So here in the background you can see a sample of me playing on Twitch, and as you can see you can also display your camera. There aren't currently that many options. You can choose which corner of the screen you wish to display your camera in, and you can choose whether you want it to be small, medium or large, but unlike other programs you can't actually move the camera around, put it in an exact position and scale it to the exact size that you want. Now you can see the frame rate counter right there in the top right. And I can tell you guys that when I record with OBS, which is what I normally live stream with, there is a huge FPS drop. I will drop down to usually around 80 FPS. But as you can see here with Shadowplay, there is literally no FPS drop at all while live streaming. Now there aren't a whole lot of quality options at the moment for Shadowplay. There's low, medium and high. Apparently, according to Nvidia, to stream at high settings you need an upload speed of 3.5 megs or higher. That's no problem for me. I have around 25 meg upload, so these are on the highest settings that you can currently do here. And I've compared this to some of my stream footage with OBS. I can't really see a huge difference in the quality of the footage. I normally stream at 60 FPS and 720p, and from what I've seen, I've compared footage. It seems pretty similar quality-wise, but of course the huge difference here is that I'm able to play at my normal frame rate while streaming with Shadowplay. So this is pretty huge, guys. Nobody has been able to make some streaming software that literally hasn't given you any kind of a drop in FPS up until now. Now actually starting streaming with Shadowplay is just as easy as it is recording to your hard drive. All you need to do is select Twitch under mode. It will then have a little green box that you can click on to log into your Twitch account. You log in and you don't need any kind of second party program like XSplit or OBS. All you do is log in there to your Twitch account. You can select the quality, low, medium or high. You can select the audio, whether you want just in-game audio or you want to include your microphone audio with that. Then you load up your game. You hit your hotkey to start live streaming, and that's it. You're live streaming, and no problems at all. Now that said, whilst this ease of functionality and great frame rate is pretty impressive, it really lacks a lot of the functionality that a lot of other programs have. For example, on OBS, you can have multiple scenes. So I usually have a scene for my desktop, and I have a scene for in-game. I'm able to put the webcam exactly where I want it. I'm able to scale it exactly the scale that I want. You can't currently do that in Shadowplay. Not exactly, just sort of randomly small, medium, large, and whichever corner of the screen you prefer. You can also add whatever images you like to the screen. So I have a banner that runs across the top of my screen, and that shows my YouTube channel. And a lot of other streamers will have donation links, and they'll have a little ticker running across the screen saying their latest donator or the music that they're playing and things like that. And then of course you can switch the scenes. So whenever I'm not in a game and I want to show you guys my server browser so you can see what I'm doing while I'm out of the game, I can just hit a simple hotkey and I can switch scenes. I can also exit out of the game with Alt-Tab and keep streaming. Currently with Twitch, it's just like while recording with manual. If you hit Alt F8, which is my hotkey for streaming, if you minimize out of the game, you will just stop live streaming. So you can't minimize to go and type to anybody in the Twitch chat or anything like that. You pretty much just have to stay in the game the entire time. So this is obviously quite a big issue for a game like Battlefield 4. StarCraft 2 may not be so bad, because when you exit out of a match against an opponent, you're still within the game, so the live streaming software is still going to keep running. But with Battlefield 4, of course, when you exit out of a server, you just go back to your desktop, you go back to your browser. So your live stream is just literally going to cut out whenever you decide to quit out of the server, and that is actually a big problem. Now, Nvidia have blogged about this, and they've said that currently they are working on desktop functionality, and they're also working on increased microphone settings. So that will definitely be something interesting to see. Presumably, if they're working on desktop recording functionality, that means that we will also be able to stream our desktops as well as manually record them. And maybe along with that patch, they will put in the scene switcher. That would be awesome to see. So at the moment, it does really seem like something that is aimed at the common masses, people who really aren't professional streamers, people who don't do it for a living or anything like that. They'll be pretty happy to see this now. They can just stream to their friends or their family. They don't need an amazing PC anymore and able to play the game and stream at the same time. But for people out there who are professional, they're probably not going to be using this, at least not yet, not until we see some increased functionality. Now, another qualm I have is that I can't actually record to my hard drive and stream at the same time. Normally, whilst live streaming with OBS, I will also be recording to my hard drive with Shadowplay, and that way I can have the footage that I'm playing in high quality, and then I can use it for voiceovers and whatever I like later on. Currently with Shadowplay, you have to select Twitch as your mode, and you can't have Twitch and manual record at the same time. So for me, that's a bit of a bummer. Now, just to talk quickly in regards to manual recording, of course, one of the changes we've seen there is that you can now record in-game and your microphone at the same time. Although this has turned out to be somewhat useless for me because they don't record in separate audio tracks. So my microphone signal and the in-game audio will be mixed into one track, which essentially means that most of my footage is going to be useless. There will be keyboard clicks on all of it, so I have no choice but just to record the in-game audio and leave out the mic volume. If you use something like DxTory, you'll know that you can mix them into two different audio tracks, so if you end up with some footage where you don't want your microphone audio included, you can simply delete that out of there. You don't have to load that up into Adobe Premiere or up into Sony Vegas or whatever editing program you use. You can leave that out of there. But if you record in Shadowplay, both of those tracks are going to be mixed together and you're going to have no choice but to have that in the background. So there you go, guys. Those are my 2 cents on Shadowplay. It's looking very promising for the future. It's very impressive that they've managed to build some software that can let you live stream and manually record respectively without any FPS drop. And I think that if they can build upon the functionality to be able to rival the functionality that other software out there can give you, then Shadowplay is going to be very, very popular in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this little look at Shadowplay and me rambling on about my thoughts about it. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below if you're somebody who uses this software to record or live stream with. Let me know how you've been getting on with it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a rating down below. You can also subscribe if you want to see more Battlefield 4, StarCraft 2, Hearthstone, and all that good jazz. And I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.